Hey guys, Road Warrior back here. I was continuing on my farming series here at the Amazonian Maze. I want to do it in three parts. Trihera, Arapaima. Now we're on to the Arapaima, and then eventually Shark. This is just the location there off that boat spawn, or the dock spawn rather. Here's another spot, and you'll see this is familiar right there to the left from the Trihera video. There's Trihera to the left, Arapaima to the right. In the event that you're wanting to farm these, whether you want to drive up here with a boat, float, or if you're wanting to run a combo here off the bank. And I'll kind of show you some upcoming clips of me farming myself and this kind of my thoughts on it. And this all depends on personal preference, what you want to do. Again, there, Trihera to your right. And then you got the Arapaima over here. The trophy and the unique are over here if you can stick it out. But again, it's quite a fight, and I'll kind of show you in upcoming clips. If you're wanting to try to farm these things from the bank, more power to you, whatever whatever your mood is. But the event you didn't have plenty of marks for these, I just wanted to show you nice places that you can find there off the spawn points. Now, this being a little more difficult coming up here as I get lost on my own marks here. I got so many marks on this map. However, there's a spot I showed you before with the Trihera. You can park over there to your left. Try there. There is more Arapaima there if you wanted to farm off that stand point that I showed you in a previous video. This is a great spot right here, whether you want to do it with a lure. It's a little bit tight quarters. I'll kind of show you how I fish that with a float. That's kind of a popular spot on YouTube. This spot here is one of my favorite to do for a lure. This spot here as well, that's kind of known as Arapaima Rock, but there's another spot if you're looking to farm there. That's another known YouTube spot. Now this spot up here I got from my buddy Spring a long time ago when I used to farm here. This is one of my favorite spots to fish, as well as there's Trihera down below that. And I just wanted to make sure you guys had plenty of marks. Also, kind of if you come down there below the boat spawn and you drive down in this area, there is also Arapaima in that cove. This is one of my other favorite spots down here, right here by the Orco. There's also a Trihera there, so be careful with your leader. Just wanted to make sure you guys have plenty of marks upcoming. I'll show you the kind of the setup and that sort of thing. Okay, now for the setup again, similar to the Trihera, except I'll put a fluoro leader over the top of that. And again, if you wanted to pause, and this is the Cazador 11'1" with the Tortolino again 11,000. Again, the spell launcher. That's kind of what you guys probably have available at your level. Again, with the 70-pound line. Another waggler just so you can cast far. I'm using a 12-0 hook. Again, this is the smaller Tropicana, the 7'10" that you would have available at your level. Also, I think the biggest net you can get is around 1,200 pounds. That's the one I equip. At level 64, you do get a bigger one at level 70. Okay guys, as far as the peaks, that night one peak I really don't like. I've mentioned before. Now this is probably the best peak at the Amazon in my opinion, as well as the night peak there. The midnight steep peaks are as well. Just kind of throwing that up there to help you guys out. Also, guys, just to kind of let you know, if anybody that's first getting here and kind of going off of this guide here, or anybody else that you might watch, you're going to find that you can be a lot of fun farming these things from the bank. However, it can be a lot of heavy wear and tear on your gears. I'm just going to go through these clips and kind of show you. And again, I'll be speeding up some of this to, just to prove a point. Looking at the timestamp there, I started at 9 p.m. I'll kind of review the net towards the end here, but you'll find. Especially with the gear you got, even with the new fighting mechanism that they released, it can be absolutely obnoxious in regards to the fight times. So just kind of to each their own. If you're a bottom rod warrior and you enjoy that sort of thing, for me in particular, it's just depending on if I'm wanting to get a bunch of XP or to get a decent amount of cash, there's a different way I'll show you at the end as I'm trying to juggle these rods here. And what I'm doing there is trying to see, if you note right there, you can see how fast that meter is going up and down, up and down. That's a good way if you go to juggle the rods to try to determine what fish is better. In other words, I set the hook on that and I want to make sure this is, at least a trophy. Unfortunately, I think I'll fast forward through this. I think this one actually gets off on low tension. Might even have been the uni. Nonetheless, I end up falling up with the trophy. But I just wanted to throw that in there if you're not experienced enough to understand what I was doing there. You can tell just by how fast that meter is going up, whether it's a trophy or common. So I will go ahead and fast forward. Okay, as you can see here, try not to be overly aggressive. I haven't fished for these for myself in a while. I normally would lure fish for them anyway, and that's kind of where I evolved to a long time ago. As you can see how frustrated I was there, even though putting this clip together, wow, a big one just got away. Okay, thankfully, right after here, after my frustration, I just paused into my head there for a second to regather myself after I noticed I just lost that fish. On a side note, I hadn't fished for these since the new fighting mechanism came out. They definitely, if you've noticed anybody that's played this game quite often, they definitely fight a lot faster. Also, again, just trying to go to this extent here to see how wacky the fish fighter right there is going there. You know, if you see your stress meter going up and down that quick, that's a good indicator that you have a trophy at least. So I just wanted to put that up there in the event that you're struggling to juggle the rod and keep the best fish. That is a big, strong indicator. Also, guys, you notice that timestamp there. That was actually 20 minutes game time when I hooked that fish until when I bring this fish in, and just kind of showing you that just the way the options. If you're stuck with the bottom rod and this is the way you like to fish it, again, to each their own. But I'm just kind of throwing that out there. If you're looking to maximize your time, people are always asking me on the channel, how do I make so much money? How do I do this? How do I do that? I'm just kind of giving you food for thought. You do what you want from there. And in the upcoming clips, I'm going to show you different spots, float rods, and then at the end, I'll kind of show you the way I evolved too. Okay, guys, this was all from the Orchard Shore spawn point. I did show all the marks at the beginning. Upcoming here, I'm going to show you just the net, and that's actually 38, 40 minutes of work, almost 45 there, from 9 to about 11:45. So for me, I didn't really. I evolved long ago to do something differently. I'm going to show you in a float just in case you wanted that option as well. Okay, guys, and this location here is right where I'm at. This is probably a pretty well-known spot on YouTube. Uh, I do something kind of neat here. I usually don't set your anchor. If you want to just fish with one float rod here, just brace yourself with the bow of your boat right into the tree that sticks up here. You can't miss this spot. And I'm just going to show you in upcoming clips just kind of farming here. It's a lot faster to do it with a float here versus bottom rod. All right, now just after getting this trophy, it's kind of up to you what you want to do here. You can wait this out if you're just wanting to do this, but I just want to demonstrate what's going on there. Just kind of reviewing the net real quick here, about 18, 20 minutes real time of work. That's actually a little better in a bottom rod. Upcoming, I'll show you the way that I love to do it the most. Okay, here I am on the map. Just kind of want to show you as well. So the Trahera video there. There's the Trahera if you wanted the Trahera at the same time. Also, keynote in this here, my buddy Spring a long time ago had shown me this spot. Now, also, you're going to want to use this steep midnight peak for this spot in particular. This is one, again, where I'm talking about power farming. You're going to want to, use I like a half ounce here. It doesn't cast very far. Now, whatever lure you want to use will work. You can even use a buzz bait with a glow crawl. You can use duo swim baits, that sort of thing. Now, you can go from spot to spot and try to, harvest the trophies. Sometimes you can get 2 uniques in a net. 3 is difficult to come by, but you can hop around from a lot of these locations if you want to. But this is kind of my favorite way to do it. As you can see there by the timestamp, and I'll show you the price comparison of, that's what I mean by maximizing my time when you go to farm these things. But you can pay attention to the timestamp here in a second, and I'll explain a little further details. My point is, guys, watch the upcoming clip. I make this in a matter of 5-6 minutes. $33,000. Okay, guys, and my thought in here, if you didn't catch on what I'm saying, is if you pick a lot of those spots and those marks I showed you, figure out whatever lure you like. The reason I was using such a light jig head is to keep that off the bottom and be able to control it. Also, and you guys that's got offset hooks unlocked, that's another way that I actually like to farm them. I did that way before I even went to the Congo. I was still having fun at the Amazon way before I even went to the Congo. I'd already had it unlocked, but I was still having fun with the Arapaima here. So in the event that you do have offset hooks, again, that midnight peak's great. The 9 o'clock steep peaks are okay, but just that one right there, the day 5, that peak is not good. I hope this helps you guys out. It was very lengthy, but I wanted to go into details as always. Take care, and we'll see you in the next one.